Henry Show. Boy, do we have a show for you today. I know I say that every week. Hello, Savannah. It's great to see you. This is the second week you've been here, and I'm so glad to see you. Welcome aboard. Welcome in. We have a lot of fun here on this show. It's a cooking show. It's an entertainment show. It's a show that gives, and today is no exception. We are going to, if you haven't noticed, it looks like Hong Kong. Yeah, you guys are pretty good. It is Hong Kong. It is in recognition of National Chop Suey Day, not to be confused with that Chow Mein Day, and we'll tell you the difference between the two. Today, the objective is I want you to be able to take away 6 people over for a meal, and I promise you and them that you will never, ever want to go to another Chinese restaurant again, because after you get the full experience today, you'll be able to do this at home, and it's so easy. But again, it's not just the preparation, it's the presentation. That's right, that's right, that's right. We will show you how we present chicken chow mein, or chop suey, I should say, to our guest today, you being the guest. We have a special guest. He is Mr. Red J. Snapper. That's right, Mr. Snapper. He came live from the Pacific Northwest just to be here today. He says his hellos there. That is a real fish, by the way. There's a story behind that. We will get to that here in just a few moments, but that is the Red Snapper. We will show you the chicken. We are doing chicken chop suey, and this is a chicken made out of a pineapple, crookneck squash, carrot, and some other artifacts. Stuffed in those pineapples is some amazing stuff. And you see the billowing clouds of ancestral smoke. Is that a word, ancestral? I'm not sure. But I'm going to end up putting one of those out, because if I end up dropping dead from that, if I don't drop dead from the smoke, I'm going to drop dead from the tie around my hat that April put on so tight. So if I happen to drop dead or drop down here today, you'll know why, because this thing is on very tight. Trying to get into the ambiance. Chow mein chop suey. We're going to have a battle here. The t-shirt explains it all pretty well. If we left off last week, if you're new to the show, we give, and that's what we like to do here at the new Steve Henry Show. We are a cooking show, but we also, we understand that times are very tough, difficult for most people, and for us included. I mean, the car business right now, if I may be blunt, sucks, and it's very tough. So, but somehow God finds a way. We challenge, and we provide what he gives, and we give it back. We give everything back. And we are starting to see some numbers roll in here. If you haven't noticed, Michelle H., the Chinese laundry. I don't want you to confuse anything here with Chinese laundry and doing your laundry, okay? Michelle H. up there in Canada, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but that laundry thing, we're going to leave it to the Chinese to do that, okay? All right, so we left off last week. If you're new to the show, we give a lot. In giving formation, we had some voting going on, and we had a crepe. Remember that M&M chocolate crepe? Oh, that was beautiful. Well, that went head-to-head up against a cream of potato cheddar. And the winner of that was announced on Wednesday. That was the soup. The soup. If you had voted for the soup, then you are in the spin for the big bucks, baby. That's right. Now, don't despair, though. The M&M's was only about 7 votes behind, so it was pretty close. It was a really close vote. And so that's a little bit money. We got $250 floating on the soup, and we got $125 floating on the crepe. So without further ado, let's get started with that. Let's get some money and give it away. Here we go. Spin, spin, spin around the gore as she goes. This is $250. Last week, we have a $500 winner. We did one of those, $500, and that went to Gabriel Jaramillo. I hope Gabe's here today. That check went out, I think it was on Thursday. That was the last one to go out. That one was a big one. So we're going to do 2 of these, probably 250s, maybe 1. I'm not sure. It was a tough week here. But 250, if you voted for the soup, the cream of potato cheddar, wasn't that cool the way that was presented? Go back and watch that video. That was very cool. By the way, speaking of watching videos, YouTube, again, has given us a library of sorts. It's called a mix. If you go to the right side, if you've got a laptop or a desktop, if you have your phone, you can just scroll down. You'll see a playlist that shows all of our videos from day one. And in that process, if you watch them, I like people who turn them on before they go to bed. I'm going to put one of these out, literally, loved ones. I am dying of inhalation of incense-seal smoke here. But if you should happen to go to bed, just tuck it under your pillow or something and let that playlist run. Why? Well, it's watch time hours. It's how YouTube pays us and how we will pay you by the giveaways. I know it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate talking about it every week. It is the reality, but it's what we have to deal with. So, the first winner. Whoa! Angie Explodes Family! You have got yourself $250. Not bad, not bad. The next one, the last one. Wow. This is me. It says Steve. Steve. I don't know. Do we have another Steve? Pardon me? Oh, we have another Steve. Okay, well, the staff will figure out that Steve. There's a Steve, another Steve. I'd love to win $250, and we have $250 winners. Now we've got the $100 spin, or the 125. It's actually 125. I bumped it up. Yes, inflation has hit everybody. It's hit us too. And so we've got some 125s in here. Let's talk 125s. Now, this was the M&M crepe. If you voted for the M&M crepe, you were in here. And Mary Carey from Michigan is a $125 winner. Hey, Mary Carey! Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Carey. And we also have Josephine Galvani. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You guys should know me by now. The names and the way I pronounce them are not very good because I don't know. I don't do very well at that. But Dolores B. Dolores B. is another winner of 125. Gosh, she's always in there. How does that happen? She must be paying somebody off up front. I always say that. But anyways, those are the winners of the spin to win. We had a vote this week. It was beef or chicken. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. Over here, I'm going to literally say good night and goodbye to the slot machines. These guys, no, don't hit JB. Save JB. He's out there sleeping. But these are officially gone. No more. They absolutely put us away with nothing last week. So that's done. Okay, that's put to rest. We will no longer do slot machines. I am going to come up with some other stuff, though. If I'm feeling a little giddy, it's got to be this incense. Now, how do we do this? This is a cooking show. Yes, it is. And we are talking Chinese food today. That chop suey. Now, the difference between chop suey and chop suey and chow mein, everyone thinks they're kind of the same. Well, they're not. The chow mein, everything gets dumped into the wok. The noodles, the rice, everything into that, and it's called chow mein. But chop suey is a little bit different. I like chop suey better because what you do is you take your rice or your noodles, whatever starch you want, and you put them on a platform, and you pour from the wok your vegetables of choice over the top, and the sauce drapes over it very nicely. It's not mixed up. Now, I know it all goes in the same pipe and all that stuff. I get all that. But the presentation and just the way you eat it, I like much better the suey. The suey is, again, the vegetables over the rice or the starch. The mein or chow mein is just all together like one big dumpster fire. And so some people may like that. But we are doing, in recognition of National Chop Suey Week, or day or month or year, whatever it is. But I think the ambiance is cool. We have the dragon, we have the fluff pups, we have the red snapper. That didn't come cheap. We had to go to the Pacific Northwest to get him. But there's a story behind that. Now, I love Chinese food, absolutely love it. And how I found my fondness for this is all the flavors. You've got ginger, you've got soy, you've got garlic, you've got all the peppers. I mean, you've got a lot of flavor, probably more flavor enhancements in any other dish I've ever come across. So I love the Chinese food. Now, I'm probably 23, 24. I used to take the Bay Area Rapid Transit into the city, San Francisco, Japantown, Kabuki Theater, see a concert. But across the street was a restaurant called Sam Wang's. Now, this restaurant, you had to get there about 45 minutes before it opened. You didn't get a table, about 25 tables and windows, and you're waiting for a table, literally waiting for a table. Somebody gets up, man, you scurry. It's a revolving door. I've never seen a restaurant like this because the food was so good. But in the center of this restaurant was an aquarium, about a 300-gallon aquarium. This thing was humongous. And in that aquarium had some abalone and some crabs, and it was a nice, peaceful environment. It was, until the chef came out of the kitchen. Now, I'm sitting there one day, bird's eye view of this aquarium, and I see the chef or a chef come out of the kitchen. I think, uh-oh, this cannot be good. He's got a spear in his hand, and he heads right for the aquarium. And yeah, you're right. It's exactly what he does. He harpoons a fish right out of that tank, but he does it so quick and so swiftly, hardly any water gets on the floor. There's very little commotion. And the best part is about 25 minutes later, out comes the platter where this fish once lived, on this platter with this sauce draped over it, and a party of 8 in the corner just, doing this all for the next 30 minutes to devouring this whole fish. I mean, that is an experience, right? I mean, you don't see that in too many restaurants. You're not going to go to, Texas Roadhouse or whatever and get that type of an experience, or any other type. That is an experience. That is real dining. And so we're going to bring that to you today. in the sense that I want you to understand, if you get this right, if you do this well, and I'm going to teach you how to do it today, you will never ever go to another Chinese restaurant again. You'll be able to do this at home, and your guests, when they eat it and get the presentation from it, will like, wow, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Well, that's what they're going to walk away with. That is the objective today. So we have Mr. Chicken, because we are doing chicken, yes, chop suey. We are going to start with the burners, and now this is a wok. You can get a wok, or you can get a, I like the handheld wok. I did it for the show. I've got woks at home that literally sit in the actual burner itself. So we're going to light our burner, and we're going to make a big portion of chicken chop suey. In the presentation, I want to show you where this is all going to end up. If you were to serve this on a platter to your individual guests, and yeah, a couple pineapples, it's $5 for not very much money. People think, wow, this is so expensive. No, it's not. It's actually very inexpensive, very inexpensive. But you would literally cap your pineapple. I'll spin that around for you, George. You can get your rice. That's where your rice is going to go. You would serve your rice out of that, and then the Mr. Chicken, once, ooh, there goes that incense. Once he's lifted off, that our sauce is going to go into the cavity of that pineapple, but the bird sits on it, and of course we are emulating the fact that this is chicken chop suey, loved ones. Chicken chop suey. And again, let's spin that around to where we have the chicken with a bird's eye view. Now that is pretty cool. Now you can offer to put incense in there. I'm going to take that one off once and for all, because that is done. All right, wok oil. That is nothing more than good solid peanut oil with some sesame oil. And we're going to do some chicken. We want to get the chicken first. Now the chicken must be put in cornstarch. Wow, really? Is that true? Yeah, cornstarch. We're going to cornstarch our chicken. The reason for that is it's going to give it a good coating and a little crispiness to it. And once you put some coating to it and some crispness, we'll add our vegetables and the sauce. We'll do it step by step for you. It's a little messy. This cornstarch is very messy if you're not careful. It's very good to see everybody. Super Dud, Titus, we've got, oh gosh, Angelo. Oh, we have a birthday. Brad is turning 24 today. Brad was our second Jeep winner, a little bit more wok oil. Brad has got a birthday today. That's pretty cool. Or I don't know if it's today, Brad, but it's coming up soon, I hear. Hopefully we have a party at Brad's house. That'd be kind of fun. We haven't seen Brad. Pardon me? Patricia Rice. Oh, is she here today? I love Patricia. Patricia, you're kind of like the wind lately. You're in and out like the north and south wind, but I still love you. I know you're going through some stuff. Life is just a difficult thing these days. We try to make this show a 30-minute show to make it lighter on life. Life is hard, and I just want to make it easy for everybody. Wok oil, never have enough wok oil, never have enough chicken. My staff said, you better make a lot here, so I'm going to make a lot more than I normally do today, because I think everybody does everybody like chicken chop suey or Chinese chicken? Because I'll tell you what, the entire staff is like, boy, you better make, and we have a lot of people that live close by here to the dealership where this live shot is shot, and they all are basically saying the same thing too. You better make a lot. I don't know if anybody's going to drop in. A lot of people do. This food never does go to waste, loved ones. All right, so we have the burner going, and what we're doing here are utensils. What did I do with my utensils? Here they are. A little wok stuff. This is a plastic. You do not want to, in any way, shape, or form, use metal on your Teflon, of course, or your T-Pal, or whatever this non-stick ingredient is. But that's just going to brown very nicely. Now, as that browns, what we're going to do, our favorite sauces, okay, have to go in there, but our vegetables too. Now, what kind of vegetables, Steve? Well, you can do anything you want. Basically, I have a vegetable rendition here that I prepared, and I'll lift this up to where you can kind of see this a little bit. Water chestnuts, bamboo shoots, celery, asparagus, red bell pepper, some cabbage. I mean, you can put anything in here you like. Mushrooms, anything. I put some noodles in there, broccoli. So I've got the whole refrigerator basically ready to go, unload to the wok here. Now you can do this a couple different ways. I kind of like to do it this way too. Wow, this is a big one. Normally you saw me, hey, I can flip that around, but no problem. All right, we're gonna be careful not to go metal on metal here. Oh, you hear that click, 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 don't do it, you made a nick in the Teflon, you're fired. All right, don't fire me. All right, so we are going to let that brown just a little bit more. The wok oil, again, this is nothing more than a little peanut oil and a little sesame oil. I want you to do this at home, loved ones. I want you to be able to prepare this at home for your guests. And when you serve this to them with a fortune cookie, you could probably forego the red snapper. Okay, that was a bit extreme, but I wanted to show you what a real Chinese restaurant experience could be like. That aquarium in the middle. And he did that once. I used to patronize that place at least once a month. and I only saw it once, but it was such a swift move with that spear. All right, so this chicken is getting nice and brown. After we brown and coat this chicken, okay, and the cornstarch is basically searing in that chicken, giving it a little brownness, we're gonna go with our flavors. And that's what I like about the Chinese experience, is all the different seasonings. We have, let's start with this one here. This is a sesame, brown sugar, soy, ginger, and it's just, you just put a little bit of that in there, a little brown. All right, speaking of ginger, we've got fresh ginger. This is a puree of ginger. We're gonna put that in there. A little puree of ginger. You can get that in the tube in your grocery store, or you could chop your own ginger if you like. This is just for the show purpose. This is actually garlic too. So we got garlic and ginger in there. Garlic and ginger both. I'm just gonna use what I'm gonna use, okay? Oh, see how brown that is? Look at how brown that's getting. Oh, that's just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. The brownness is coming from that cornstarch and that hot oil. All right, now your chicken, you wanna start this at about 80% of cooked chicken. How long does that take, Steve? Well, I don't know, about 5 or 10 minutes, as you can see. Now, the next step is gonna be, we're gonna add some vegetables. Pardon my hands, but I've got gloves. All right, now the vegetables go in, and the bean sprouts, don't forget those bean sprouts. Those are all gonna be in there too. We're gonna make a heck of a mess here. Did I mention eggplant? Ooh, eggplant. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead, and this is some soy sauce. I just wanna show you that can get squirted in there too. A little soy sauce. But I really love that sesame ginger. That sesame ginger is awesome. Now that chicken continues to cook on top of the vegetables. The weight from that is still working out very well there. All right, so the last one is going to be a very nice, sweet, but yet spicy red chili. This is basically a General Tso, or some people say a sesame chicken type of sauce. It's got a little tiny bite to it, but boy, does it have some sweetness. And you can get that also. That comes from, I believe it probably could come from any type of restaurant that does Chinese food that you can get in your supermarket. All right, you see the saute here now? This is wok fry, stir fry. See how all that's coming together? Now, that looks gorgeous in itself, does it not? But let's not fool ourselves. We still have a long way to go here. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, there's my dog, JB. We're going to add some, I wonder what's getting him all upset. We must have a customer coming in to make a payment. That happens here at Exodus Auto Sales. JB! That's my boy. Okay, a little more sesame. Oh, God, huh? How can you go wrong? Okay, now, for the next step of this process, we want to make a sauce, okay? This is all going to come together as one in a sauce format that'll drape over our rice. And we want to go ahead and do one more stir. After we got those noodles in there, I just want you to see just that beautiful, look at that, isn't that just gorgeous? And I could get fancy here, but I just want to keep it nice and mellow. Well, he's all excited, huh? Okay, look at that, that is absolutely stunning. Okay, now, the next step is going to be our chicken stock. This is a reduced down chicken stock, heavily reduced chicken. I like the thigh meat, as you know, okay? The thigh meat, basically what that does is produce a nice fat and meat content. JB, what's got you all worked up, bro, huh? Oh, was it the slot machine I took you off of? I'm sorry, man, but we're done with that. By the way, the next slot machine spin will be here in just a few moments. All you have to do to participate in that one, it says, Steve, I'm here. What that does is give you entrance into a $50 spin. I'm going to spin a few of those today because I know we're short on everything. All right, so what do we bring this all together with today? We bring this all together with a nice cornstarch and water mixture, okay? That cornstarch and water mixture, what that'll do, he's all upset. He's really pissed off that I took him off the spinner, I think. That's what's really doing it, the jackpot. You tell him, JB. All right, now, what we have here is the chicken stock getting extremely acquainted with our stir fry. And now, you see how loose that is? That's loose. That's almost a nice soup almost, or a stew. All right, now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to add our cornstarch and water. And what happens here is a little tightening process. We want to bring this together as a sauce, the cornstarch and water reduction, and that's just going to bring it together. You're going to see this all form here very nicely. Oh my God, and you can just see that whole come together beautifully. And I'm just going to let a little more fried noodle in there maybe. Oh yeah, soy sauce you say? Soy sauce, bring me some more soy. Okay, a little soy. All right, so you could actually literally put anything in this. Some people actually go as far as put peanuts in there. They like a Kung Pao version of this. But myself, like I said, this is nothing more than just a simple little stir fry. getting acquainted, and we're going to put a little bit more cornstarch in that, just a tad more cornstarch, just to bring that up to a little bit thicker type of sauce. I like a little thicker. There it goes. You see that? Oh my gosh, loved ones, is that not amazing or what? That is, oh boy. We're going to let that just reduce for a moment. You've got about 1 minute, loved ones, to get that name in the spinner, and we are going to turn this off right now and let that just sit as it sits, and then you'll see why. Okay, oh man, look at that. That is just, oh my goodness gracious. Now, how do you serve this, Steve? What's the presentation? What makes this thing go, wow? Well, you're gonna see. Now, again, we have our bird. You take your pineapple, you cut a little incision out there at the very top. You take your crookneck squash. You find the one that's got the best one, right? You ought to see my produce guy at Albertsons. If he's here today, I love you. You know who I'm talking about. He doesn't like his name mentioned, but nonetheless, I'm pickier than the people at Hobby Lobby. Those ladies there elbowing there for the crafts. I'm there in the produce. He's like, what are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for a crookneck squash with the biggest crook. Okay, the biggest crook allows you to. Thank you for the spinner. That is going to be our $50 spinner. We're going to spin a lot about that today. So, anyways, the bird comes off the top like so. And what we would do here is just put him on the vegetables for a moment. And this, loved ones, is going to just sauce and house our sauce and our our stir fry. And that is going to go right there. Now, these are individual servings for each one of your guests, okay? Along with the hard-boiled eggs there, you see that? So basically, and I'm just going to leave this undone so you see it, but that's that, oh, just a beautiful sauce just draped over there perfectly. Let's put a little red in there for a little color right at the top there. Oh my goodness gracious. Now, you have everything you need right there to present a beautiful rendition of chicken chop suey, and I'll just undo those. That is how your guests would come up to your table, and they would literally, if you serve them with tongs or what have you, you would just literally do that and put your tongs right in there perhaps so they can accompany themselves. But that is how you would present your chicken chop suey with your rice and your sauce. Now, I'm going to go ahead and lay it across the top here for the full version of it here in just a moment, but not without spinning. But the flavor, just look at this again, get that camera there. The flavor and just the consistency of your stir fry here is incredible. And I guarantee you the most important part of this whole process is the flavor. The flavors that come out. Now, if you did this for your guests, like I said, you would be winning awards. They would get in their car, drive home, and they'd give you that wow. Did you get, yeah, that was amazing, okay? That is your chicken chop suey. It is recognition for Chicken Chop Suey Week, it is. Down goes the spinner, up comes the $50 spinner. I'm gonna stay till 7 o'clock tonight. I've said that many, many times. I wish I could do that, but we're going to do quite a few here today. $50 is not a lot of money. I know that, and I say that every week too, but I'm looking at Donna. Donna's here. That's very good. Josephine, you're here. Angie, you already won. Well, you're going to win again. Brad Kendall's birthday. Yenny, hello, Yenny. Good to see you, Yenny. Oh, you, mom, by God, look at, oh, Ethan's here. Ethan, you're a Jeep winner. Tennessee, far northeast corner of Tennessee, I'm afraid. David Swanson, that's very good. Come on, spin, baby. I'm going to talk to some names here. There's, oh my God, Alfred's here. That's, hey, I haven't seen you in a while either. That's very cool. All right, David Swanson and all you guys. We are going to spin. This is $50. Let's go. Let's get this mixed up here. If your name hasn't been in here, how do you get it in there? You just say, Steve, I am here, and that is what we do when we spin. Now, I have a couple announcements to make. This show is growing, and I am so grateful for that growth. I owe it all to you. As I said before, you, the ones that are here live on a Saturday, are our little community. The numbers, oh my God, look at those numbers. I don't know where we got 1,300 people. We have somebody else watching from afar, but again, I want to just reiterate the 400 or so community members, board of directors, if you will. You, loved ones, are the show's content, and this is for you. The numbers going outside this reach is for another purpose, for marketing. It is to get that YouTube thing going, because once we get that YouTube going and the money comes in, guess where it's going to go? It's going to go to you. It's all about you, and that's what it's all about. The new SteveHenryShow.com. That's where you have to go to enter to get into this. Hey, how do I get a check, Steve? Well, the new SteveHenryShow.com. That's how you get a check. You got to put your email information, contact information, and all of that in there, and then you become a participant participant. You get your name up on the wall, things happen during the week, I get contacted, and I answer everybody. I want you to know that too. When you get a response, a comment, and I hope you read those, because I spend hours going through each and every single one of the comments, and I personally, it's not April, it's not George, it's not JB, it's me who actually answers every single one of those comments. And I love it. That's what I do. That's what I want to do on a full-time basis, and help me get there. How do you do that? Well, you watch those videos and you just subscribe, you tell a friend. It's a numbers game, loved ones, but your number is the one that matters. That small community number, you are the ones that matter. All right, God, Explorer family, you guys got to get together and do something. This is Justin Jones, I believe. You're the first $50 winner. Man, that Explorer family, you guys got it going on. I don't know much about you. I know you're here every week, and I'm so grateful for that. You guys are awesome. Another $50 winner today is Sean Winthrop, is another $50 winner. Let's give it up for Sean Winthrop. Another announcement. Next week, Hatch, New Mexico. Check this out. For those of you that don't live or have the experience of living in the Southwest New Mexico, Hatch, New Mexico is the green chili capital of the world. This time of year, you can't go to any supermarket in the city or the state for that matter and not smell something like, it smells like weed burning, but it's actually green chili roasting. Next week, we're going to show you how green chilies are roasted, and we're going to present some green chili items. But it is Hatch, New Mexico's, or the world's Green Chili Festival next Saturday, Sunday, and Monday in the little city of Hatch, or township of Hatch. That populates about 30,000 people for the weekend. What do they have during the week on a normal basis? About 3,000. So the town goes buckaroo for the Chili Festival. We are going to commemorate that with like I said, a couple of green chili dishes, and I'm going to show you how we green chili roast here in the Southwest, right here live in the studio. And of course, we'll have the ambiance of Hatch, New Mexico. So you don't want to miss next week. It is going to be great. Del Maverick, you're a winner, baby. Del Maverick is a winner of $50. Yay, give it up for Mr. Del Maverick. Del Maverick's a great guy. He's another guy, every week, been almost since day one. Just an amazing individual, has a ministry of his own, just an incredible guy, married to a gal named Ophelia, just great people, constant, obvious winners here, and we love you both, and a little daughter named Shelby, which is also very cool. Wow, now this is really cool. Before I mention your name, you joined us, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, last week, I believe it was, and you are near and dear to my heart. We go way back. But I want to give it up for Savannah McCormick. Savannah McCormick has won $50 on our spin today. Thank you, Savannah. You are new to the show, and I hope you continue to watch the show. And I hope you have registered. Again, the new SteveHenryShow.com. I do believe you did last week. And another $50 winner, Afi Dawahi. Afi. Now, we had trouble getting your checkout one, but daughter, huh? We got her. Okay, I want to make sure of that. All right, so those are some $50 winners. All right, now for the big news, the very big news. Is everybody sitting down? All 1,276 of you? Oh my God. Is everybody sitting down? I'm just kidding. I was going to mention something big, but I'm going to wait until next week to mention it, because you don't want to. I'll mention it on the Wednesday. Something big is going to be happening here. You're not going to want to mention or forget. You want to be here, okay? Loved ones, it has been an awesome show. I hope that you can go and do this. Look at what's going to happen here. Look at, literally, you can have your own version of chicken chop suey and serve it to your guests. And I guarantee you, they will just go buckaroo when you present this to them. And it'll be like, this is a live show. That's how you can tell it's a live show. We make a mess, okay? But bottom line is, that is the chicken chop suey. It is in recognition of the chicken chop suey week. I hope you make it at your house, and I hope you present it this way, because when you put it all together like we did, and you put that in there, and that's all oozing out of there real nicely. Woohoo, baby! That is a beautiful rendition of chicken chop suey, and how I would present it, and how you would get that wow effect, because that's what we look for. I'll look forward to seeing you next week on the Green Chili Show. Very big news on Wednesday. Know that you're loved by everybody. You're a great community. By the way, I love the way that you all interact in that, even before the show, after the show. You guys are amazing. You really are. There is not another channel like this on YouTube, and the numbers speak for themselves as we grow, grow, grow. I love you. I'll see you all next week on the new Steve Henry Show. Don't you dare be late. See you next week.